Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Is the worst part of all this.
What? You don't mean to tell me that it isn't? There's something even worse?
There is.
The brochure never mentioned anything about mosquito attacks. What other
What floor would you like to visit? If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Please, can't you see my heart is bursting at the seams? I absolutely must go out. A quote from the Sisty Cutlet. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer. Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave tampering? No, no, no. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw a dish that looked good. If being hungry is a crime, you better indict 3/4 of Halcyon. What? That damned bellhop promised discretion. Well, if you must know, it's, an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe? Terror glands keep me from feeling hunger pangs.
I've never heard of that. You sure you're talking about terror rays? Their bits tend to give folks the runs.
Oh, that's it. I'm firing my nutritionist this instant. Oh, well, there's... Maybe I just wanted to see what was in it. Oh, law. What a pathetic defense. As it so happens, I may not have had the terror gland acquired for personal use. I may have placed it in Bellamy's meal. But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her. Just listen to me, please. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then it would be an extended, arduous process. No, really, you must listen. I wasn't trying to kill Bellamy. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, the next available celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling. Please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles. A bit cart? You're going to place my future well-being on whichever way a bit cart lands? I cannot believe this. Fine. I hope it falls in my favor.
What floor would you like to visit? What floor would you like to visit? Next up, the finest seat in the house.
Inspector? I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate. Oh, dear law. Please tell me there wasn't another woolly cow involved. Yes, I know about the woolly cow. Constable Keene had Bertie's teammates arrested for unauthorized inebriation of livestock. Bertie himself was nowhere to be found during the incident. Ironically, if Keene had arrested him, he'd have the perfect alibi. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Bertie killed Helen? I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be absolutely sure. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation. I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. I'll make my report of your investigation into Bertie. Do you have anything else for me? Excellent. I trust you have a name for our poisoner. Oh, I am disappointed. I'd always believed Mr. Woolrich a man of high character. It pains me to order the arrest and detention of someone I admired. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's murder. You've found the poisoner, but her killer remains at large. Ms. Leyva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The profit business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leyva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find? Ms. Leyva's techniques have no basis in modern science, but she makes bits hand over fist. If that makes her a fraud, then she's only as fraudulent as our corporate leaders. Does the Prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer? I'll bear that in mind. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report. Are you confident you've finished your investigation? You've questioned all your suspects. I've been waiting for this. Tell me, Inspector, who killed Halcyon Helen? I beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen? There's nothing to prove. I don't understand. Are you trying to make a mockery of justice, or are you really this incompetent? I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results, Inspector. And if you can't withstand the pressure, then I expect you to resign. We're done. Your services are no longer necessary. Keep being flippant with me. See how far it'll get you. You're convinced I murdered Halcyon Helen. Fine. Show me some evidence. If you have no proof, then you have no case, and I have no further use for you. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now. No, I don't think it's me they want. They're after what I'm protecting. Damn it, someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
All right. I got nothing going on.
We should definitely go. As for helping him, maybe we take the wait-and-see approach?
From the depths of Terra 2 to the heights of Eridanos, there's no mess that your SAM unit can't unstick, unclog, or unsully.
you like to visit?
Preparing to neutralize and sanitize.
Keep this up and I won't have any new battle scars.
Doing this!
Mega messy.
I can't hear you laughing! Not gonna let no one bring me down! Not gonna let no one... I just want to be...
Clean up the competition.
Shit! Damn bastards!
Real funny! Giving me the chuckles you are! I just wanted to make you smile!
This unit is experiencing difficulty processing overwhelmingly prismatic optical stimuli.
Careful. These'll give you rest.
How'd you do that so fast?
Entering quiet mode.
Rizzo's would see us in gelatinous.
Ah, I see you've stumbled upon Now that you've seen behind the scenes, I bet you're pretty thirsty. Well, not to worry. We have every flavor of Spectrum available to delight your palate. Please note that tour guests are limited to a maximum of 3 different Rizzo's flavor samples. All beverages must be consumed on the premises. Rizzo's is not responsible for gastronomic distress, mild hallucinations, or damage to your sense of taste.
Alcohol-based cleaners can't compare to Samson Ray Acid Spray Premium Nozzle Attachment. Installation available for as low as 9 payments of 99.99 bits. performance evaluation is sterling.
You happiness! I just want to be your friend!
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, How are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders? Brace yourself, Inspector. You're about to learn the biggest secret in the Aetherwave industry. Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
A twin? The only thing worse than being an only child has gotta be having a perfect sibling. Can you imagine the parents?
Malfunction. Comprehension module is imminent for overload.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
I have no regrets. I did exactly what I had to do. I'd do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host, a bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again. You think I'm after the money? You're wrong. The only thing I want, the only thing I've ever wanted, is to bring joy to Halcyon. True, lasting joy. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent. The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes. Ludovico murdered my sister, Inspector. He killed Belinda with his own hands. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a mascot, they were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them. Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement. Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy. She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. But in the end, I was the faster shot. You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness. Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon. We can make that happen.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain.
Really? You're going to choose that coward over me? I misjudged you, Inspector. I won't make that mistake twice.
I've found out where Helen's storing her explosives. You need to find the detonator and defuse it. I'll guide you there. Follow the unsealed doors. Forget about Helen. Head through this passage and find that bomb. Helen's bring the bomb somewhere. Beep, beep, beep.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. The pressure regulator on this barrel is prone to malfunctioning and may detonate with the assistance of an explosive. No explosives detected. This device seems to have several explosives packed inside, along with a remote detonator. Multiple explosives detected. Understood, Inspector. Please proceed. Explosive successfully disarmed. Now loading applause protocol. Amazing! Bravo, our hero. You deserve a promotion.
Well done, Inspector. You've saved my facility and my life's work. You have my gratitude, and before long, the gratitude of the entire colony. Unfortunately, Halcyon Helen is still at large. We're going to have to do something about her. Helen's attack made me realize I'm too vulnerable. I've concentrated all my resources in one area. Naturally, that's where she attacked me. We're going to have to bond our symbiotes with everyone in Eridanos. Every person in this complex will become a home for these creatures. Helen will have nowhere to strike. Ah, you're a step ahead of me, Inspector. Airborne dispersal. That's precisely what I had in mind. I'd always intended to use the atmospheric control system to disperse the symbiotes. The plan is untested, but theoretically sound. Head back to the hotel. Contact me via terminal. We'll discuss our next move. Yes, Inspector, you will. What's that? No, why should I be worried? Yes, I know Helen is alive. She's a discrepancy in the plan. It will be corrected. Nature abhors a vacuum, and the universe abhors discrepancies. Helen will be dead soon, and everything will be as it should be. Inspector, I didn't realize the transmission was running. Are you ready to begin the next phase of our plan? I have a habit of externalizing my private thoughts. Don't worry about it. I underestimated Helen, and it nearly cost me my station. I'm not making that same mistake twice. We need to strike back hard. Helen is still alive. She's still a threat. We need to outmaneuver her. We're going to bond every person in Eridanos with a symbiote. We're going to use Phaeton's system to suspend airborne larvae into the complex's atmospheric controls. Think you can handle that? Head to the pilot house. Use Phaeton's control terminal to release the larval compound into the atmosphere. And if you cross orbits with Halcyon Helen, make her regret it.
What floor would you like to visit?
Dedication and maintenance job fulfilled.
So, you've sided with Ludovico, Inspector. You void-damned fool. Did you think I wouldn't know? Sluggy, the Inspector goes no further.
Here we go! Cycle complete.
Oh, here we go. Put him in the dirt!
Powered with prejudice.
Here we go.
You're dead.
Gotta find cover!
Passive mode.
Greeting protocols suspended. All non-essential protocols suspended. Phaeton is standing by for larval compound dispersal. Unable to disperse the larval compound while the reactor is unstable. Warning. Reactor unstable. Phaeton cannot disperse compound until stability is restored.
neutralized.
All right? Great work.
I'm switching targets!
On your left, customer. Substance is resistant to cleaning efforts.
I don't understand. For the life of me, I cannot understand why you sided with that monster. I know you're the Adjutant's favorite agent. You must realize what Ludovico's plan means for this colony, for Byzantium. Ludovico is on the verge of turning this entire colony into a feeding ground for his parasites. And you threw in with him? Why? I wish you'd told me that when we first met. I wouldn't have bothered negotiating with you. Do you have a family? A sister? Goodbye, Inspector. We won't meet again.
This area has been sanitized.
Greeting protocols suspended. All non-essential protocols suspended. Phaeton is standing by for larval compound dispersal. Affirmative. Dispersing. Incoming message from Rizzo's distillation station.
Inspector, well done. The larva should be entering the atmosphere at any moment. I've ordered the complex locked down in case anyone tries to escape. This is it, the turning point in the history of this colony, and it begins now. Come meet me in my distillery. You deserve a reward.
End of transmission.
Damn. Some nimble fingers, Captain.
Waste of company ammo! I'll show you! I just wanted to make you smile!
mean, and ready to kill germs.
Come on, Brown, upside down! I just want to be your friend!
That's funny! I'll show you happiness! Get it out! Get it out!
Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized. Spectrum Vodka is an excellent disinfecting agent, except for Spectrum Brown.
Nicely done.
Here we go. To the belly of the beast.
I just wanted to make you smile! Me? I'm pleased as pie. Oh! Here they come!
Muting volume now.
I just wanted to make you smile! That's not funny! Friend. I just wanted to make you smile! I'm not gonna let no one bring me down. I just want to be your friend. Get it off! Get it off! It went all right. Oh yeah! I just want to be your friend!
Good in my life! I just wanted to make you smile!
Cycle complete.
Great work.
Now equipped with vermin extermination nozzle.
Yes, I know you're hungry. Be patient. I'll feed you soon enough. Just a guest. The one I told you about. The inspector. Welcome. We were just talking about you. You and I are standing in the presence of royalty. Don't worry. You'll meet her soon enough. You've done a beautiful thing for my queen. You've made a host out of every human being in this complex. You've given homes to her myriad spawn. Every human body has become a cocoon for our symbiotes. In time, they will transform into a happier, better version of themselves. Halcyon will transform. My queen is pleased beyond description. Her excitement has whetted her appetite. She's practically writhing with hunger. I beg your pardon. This is absurd. I'm not going to let you rob me of my moment. I was going to give you the opportunity to bond with a symbiote, but instead I'm just going to feed you to her ladyship. Please don't make this difficult. I promise, the experience is entirely painless. Your Highness, dinner is served. Wait, no, not me. Them! Merciful law! Stop!
Invasive contaminants detected. Caution! Infestation encroaching!
Well done, sir. You mastered all the detection yourself.
Invasive contaminants detected. Caution! Infestation encroaching!
Incoming! That's the last of them.
You made it. I guess happy customers really are repeat customers. Here, I had something I wanted to give you. This is a golden ticket, good for one free tour of the Purpleberry Orchards. This is my way of showing you that I appreciate you just for being alive.
Returning fire!
Damn! Putting trash in its rightful place for more than 70 years.
Welcome back, Captain. Dr. Wells is still trying to contact you. Would you like me to patch him through? Very well. How can I be of assistance? I'll be here. Welcome back, Captain. Dr. Wells is still trying to contact you. Would you like me to patch him through? Very well. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss? How can I be of assistance? I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative. Fortunately for you, I am similarly programmed to protect the ship's captain and crew. I assure you, not for a lack of trying. Captain Hawthorne did not like to listen to my suggestions. In that way, he was a lot like you. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design. Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you're...
Thought I saw
Alert! Dirt alert!
Down they go!
Don't mess with me!
Making it look easy.
Welcome back, Captain. Dr. Wells is still trying to contact you. Very well. How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? As you wish, Captain. May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it. Welcome back, Captain. Dr. Wells is still trying to contact you. Would you like me to patch him through? Very well. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain. Is it time for your regular daily period of unconsciousness? Welcome back, Captain. Dr. Wells is still trying to contact you. Would you like me to patch him through? I don't believe so, Captain. Transmission incoming.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete... No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps? I certainly wouldn't call it boring, especially if your idea of fun involves navigating a hostile biosphere populated by carnivorous monsters. I was going to direct you to speak with a particularly notorious big game hunter in Stellar Bay, but I see you're already acquainted. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Welcome back, Captain. Or shall I call you Inspector? What can I do for you? During your absence, I passed the time by simulating a number of hypothetical conclusions to this case. Unfortunately, my understanding of the facts is limited, and my appraisal of the individuals involved is not flattering. Therefore, my conclusions are inaccurate. Yes, Captain. Thank you for satisfying my curiosity subroutines. Administrator Ludovico killed Halcyon Helen? I have been programmed to simulate contempt and mild surprise. Mr. Ludovico had the audacity to hire you to solve a murder he committed? I am contemptuous and mildly surprised. This information is valuable to me. I will update my behavior simulation protocol accordingly. Thank you, Captain. I have been programmed to trust your judgment implicitly. If you released an infection of parasites across Eridanos, I am certain you must have had a rational cause to do so. How can I be of assistance? Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship. Remember, items in the hold may shift during takeoffs and landings.
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose, top runger who just came into some money and was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
I've gotten jobs from some unusual sources, but this is a first. Congratulations, Captain.
At least this won't be boring.
Lucky Montoya owed Captain Hawthorne a considerable debt. I believe this is what humans refer to as payback. Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose. He was an old friend of Alex Hawthorne's. Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to encounter situations of extreme danger.
Oh, really? I thought he lost his arm gambling.
He was also the fourth best paid freelancer in the system. This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances. I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation terminal. We can travel there when you are ready. We've arrived at Ambrose Manor. Good luck, Captain.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path. This device unit expresses dismay. This unit can't help itself.
Is that you, Lucky? Huh? Apparently not. So who the devil are you? You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain. I'm sure we have much to discuss. Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass. To Gorgon. To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what brings you to my house, handsome? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company. A severed arm. How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop? Lucky? Oh dear, he's my personal freelancer, my private investigator. I sent Lucky on a dangerous mission to the Gorgon asteroid. Whoever found his remains must have wanted to inform the next of kin. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback. Excellent deduction. I can tell I found the right man for the job. How would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job. I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands. My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck. I wish I could say otherwise. One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying. Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth, kicking and screaming, into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's Choice. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility. I believe you're the first person to ever side with me against the corporation. It's a refreshing change. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks. There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start. Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound? Finally, I get to put my inheritance to work. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels. A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one. Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
Structural damage detected. Compensation for structural damage. Error.
We are now in orbit above Gorgon.
Analyzing location. The Sprat Shack. Error. Furman suction nozzle not attached. This unit is unprepared for specialized eradication procedures.
If you would like to board a vessel, please have your emergency departure papers ready.
Come here. Let's have a chat. All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now. Good. Look up. Now look down. You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation. Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass. That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs. Watch yourself out there.
Been an age since I had a good Tripicale. Hope they've got it on tap.
Welcome to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be? Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage. Can't help you there. This ain't exactly a library. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while. Lucky. Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road. The way he talked about the job, you just knew Lucky had hit pay dirt. Not that I was jealous. Around here, that sort of luck can be hazardous to your health. Awful shame about what happened to him. You know about that? Huh. Word must travel fast around these parts. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid, 3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me. Come back when you're thirsty.
You're a humbug trick.
The repurposed aesthetic reminds me of Fallbrook. These sublight folks really know how to overhaul a place.
What have you got there?
I really hope this ain't a sign of things to come.
So, how you...
I've eaten my fair share of Terrorize, but I'm still gonna come out and say it. This mission is gross.
Setting clean mode to sensitive care. Refilling water tanks with internal condensers.
Reducing evacuation anxiety? Spacer's Choice recommends Zero G Brew. An ale...
Well, here we... Hey, is that a saloon? I feel better already.
Currently experiencing an emergency. Please be reminded.
This place is starting to remind me of home. hell of a job.
Here we go. Nice one. We're doing all right.
And ready to kill germs.
Nice one.
This area has been sanitized.
They brought manosaurs with them? The hell's wrong with these people?
You know what's a joke, customer? What we make out of the dirty competition. No other automechanical unit simultaneously sanitizes, neutralizes, dices, and slices, and removes built-up stains like Sam.
Initiating ocular measurement. Measurement complete. Ocular identification complete. Welcome, Clarence Mostly. Access granted. Welcome to the Office of Creative Incubation.
Sparkly.
Keen skills. Spacer's Choice security folks can't hit the broadside of a mannequin.
Body bag required. Resuming passive mode. This body has not been disposed of in a board-approved waste receptacle. Printing citation ticket 9554-PKF. Error. Printer paper jam.
I bet you'll like Rebecca. What's up? Oh, sure, Cap. Let me know if you want some company if I ain't blacked out.
Every SAM unit comes lean, mean, and command accepted. Unit relocating to specified destination. The unreliable.
Huh? I smell blood!
I knew I heard a little weasel sniffing about. You'd best go back the way you came. There's nothing for you here. I understand that you think yourself a big hero here on a big, important job. The last one did too. But you've grossly misapprehended the situation here. This place is a graveyard. All that was done here should be forgotten and left to rot. Are stolen grave goods worth your life? Gorgon is the birthplace of marauders. We created them here, in this very facility. They are our misbegotten children, born of hubris and vanity. They hold no fondness for trespassers. I've placed the facility under emergency lockdown to keep them safe. Let the marauders die in peace, or I will make certain that you die with them.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news. Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it? Drat. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it. Precisely. Naturally, I shan't keep you for another moment. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes? That's the spirit. Until next time, my good captain.
there. That's one right there.
Welcome to the Musgrave Family Collection. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating. Oh, that's just so encouraging to hear. I'll just go ahead and add your comment to my permanent record. Now then, how can I help you? Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his Canid La Place into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Oh, just hear me out. It's a brilliant idea.
Is this about
Do you know the interesting thing about Canid shows? Oh, but there is, if one possesses an eye for statistics. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough Canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise. What gave me away? Wait, don't tell me. You've read my monograph, Putting the Us in Calculus, or How to Use Mathematics to Find Your Statistically Significant Other. I'm afraid I don't really do autographs, but yes, I am Clarence Mostly. Oh, then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party. I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason. Right, of course. Thank you for reminding me. Point well taken. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have. What, really? You'll do it? I mean, just like that? Don't you want to know why I asked you? Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about... Oh, you're quite welcome. I look forward to observing your results.
It's not canid hunting I object to, it's the
Sweep.
Come now, Anubis, you must...
You'd only be letting them into Byzantium temporarily. Long enough the cane... It's to sneak along.
Never cared much for hors d'oeuvres. The word is just grotesque. All those superfluous letters ruin my appetite. My trophy! Look at this thing! Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly. Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error. I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper. Try to exercise caution. It's good for your lifespan. You did fetch a trophy for my little applause. Technically, that makes you my canid servant, and by the transitive property of employment, my responsibility. No need to sound so astonished. Now, was there anything else? My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one. Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.